Your heart is in your hands. Does that mean anything when you hear that phrase? Well, I'll tell you what it means for me as a hand analyst. Your heart line is right here in your hands. And your heart line, and most people have them. Some people have a line that combines, which I'll talk about in a minute, with their head line. Your heart line identifies how you feel, how you express your feelings, what matters to you about how other people love you, how you want to be loved, how you express love, how you communicate. It's all about the feeling realm. And there's one line in the hand that is very specifically and tangibly says, this is what matters to me, this is how I'm motivated, this is how I will behave. And when you act a certain way with me, this is what I want and this is how I recognize that I'm loved. And that's what your heart line is for. It's a very powerful piece of information to have about who you are. And there are 4 heart line types. There's the passionate, the romantic idealist, the big heart, and the hermit. So I'll just quickly show you how to find them on your hands. The passionate curves and goes up and touches your index finger. So it's curvy. And I mean, not your index finger. The passionate curves and touches your middle finger. The big heart curves up and touches your index finger. So those two are curvy, and curvy heart lines need to express feeling. The hermit is short, and it's straight, and it goes to about here. It ends kind of, there's an imaginary line between your index finger and middle finger. The hermit heart line ends no further than that imaginary line, starting from underneath your pinky. The romantic idealist actually goes all the way over to your index finger, but it's also straight. So the hermit and the romantic idealist are straight heart lines. Straight heart lines are very reserved and cautious about expressing feelings. So we have 2 heart lines, the passionate and the big heart, that are very expressive and need to share how they feel. And then we have 2 that are very cautious, the romantic idealist and the hermit, who hold back expression of feelings. So if you just knew this about somebody, whether their heart lines were straight or curvy, you would already know something really important about somebody's communication style and what matters to them in the feeling realm. And I can tell you that there are many, many, many layers about understanding your heart lines. And the more that you understand about your heart lines, the more you'll understand about what happens in the dynamic of relationship between you and other people in your life, whether it's you and your husband or your spouse or somebody you're dating, or a child, or co-workers, or friends, why you choose certain friends, why some friends are really challenging to be around, why some acquaintances just drive you nuts the first time you meet them, why there are communication gaps between you and other heartline types. So understanding your heart lines is a really, really valuable skill to have for your life. And as you'll see on the products page of the website, that there are different ways to learn about your heart lines. There are books, there's a basic guide, and there's a complete guide, and there are audios. They're going to talk with you about different ways of identifying what your heartline types are and knowing some of the characteristics so that you can be clear when you're communicating with other people what matters to you in relationship and how you function and why sometimes you need to be quiet and why sometimes you're being social and why sometimes finding the words to articulate what it is that matters to you is very challenging. And sometimes it just comes out with great ease, or why you're focused on taking care of other people instead of yourself. All of this information is in your heart lines. So I suggest, if you're really interested in learning about this in yourself, go to the products page and check out whichever method, reading or hearing this information, works best for you. And thanks, because boy, knowing your heart lines can change your life.